What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I sat you all down by the campfire and put some fear in your boners with my horrible past stories. Cozy on up, pop a squat down by the fireplace, and listen to my nipples. Ashamedly, this tale isn't that old. It happened recently after my pseudo relationship ended. To give your penis a foreskin, I was seeing this girl and it was super casual, but she ended up catching feelings because she found my stupid ass interesting. But I had my own thing going on, so I popped a boogie, fucking screamed at her face in the highest pitch possible, and ran away because she wanted to make things official, and I was too scared of commitment. After that, I had devolved into a socially inept husk. I had completely forgotten how to talk or flirt with females in a romantic way. It was bad. Every time I even tried to talk to a girl, I sounded like a troglodyte ODing on sleeping pills. And God forbid a girl ever made the mistake of starting a conversation with me, they would soon find out that I was fundamentally fluent in vomiting on the floor. The shit that was coming out of my mouth was just unintelligible. It was downright disrespectful to humanity how bad I was at flirting. But there's one night in particular that I still lose sleep over. When I think back on one event that, to this day, when I'm about to ejaculate, makes my penis tingle in an unpleasant way. It was the very first weekend after my sort of breakup, and I was going to a bar with my super supportive brother. I was going out with the intent of just drinking and having a good time and not worrying about anything. But my brother's girlfriend insisted she wingman me that night, and I knew deep down in my soul that it would be a train wreck. The night was darker than usual, the moon tucked away behind the clouds as if trying to cover its eyes and shield itself from the awkwardness that was about to unfold at this poor little bar, as if the moon knew just how shitty this experiment was going to turn out. But, anyways, in my brother's girlfriend's defense, she was an outstanding wingman, but the odds were stacked against her because she was trying to wingman a sinking ship of social skills. So she was taking me to meet everyone at the bar. We met a ton of people. She was just dragging me along like I was her suitcase, except this suitcase wasn't filled with clothes or toiletries. It was just filled with awkwardness. Nothing too noteworthy happened. I managed to meet all of these new people without shitting my fucking pants, which was a Herculean task. So that's an accomplishment that I am very proud of. But then the very last two people we met will forever be etched into my memory. It was two attractive women just casually drinking at one of the tables by the bar as the bar was clearing out since it was getting late. The weatherman may have predicted cloudy with moderate humidity, but what he could not predict, what no one could have predicted, was the storm of awkwardness that was about to befall the area. My brother's girlfriend approached them, the same she had all the others, and as I trailed behind her, I could feel something deep inside of me pulling me as if a future version of myself was trying to yank me away from the situation so I wouldn't have this memory. But alas, I disregarded the feeling and continued forward, each step towards their table, a new scar that I bear. We make it to the table, small talk begins, names are exchanged. I instantly forget both of their names, but I remember how I introduced myself to them. I extended my hand for a handshake like I'm conducting a business meeting. Oh, yes, ladies, I'll need the stock reports on my desk by 8 a.m. sharp. But the worst part of this gesture is when they do oblige my handshake, I kung fu grip them. I grab their hands hard as shit. It's like that scene in Predator where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers get in this handshaking competition. Oh, they got you pushing too many pencils, while I was pushing too much awkwardness right from the get go. So, yeah, suboptimal start, bit of a rocky beginning, chugged one up to the nerves though, that's excusable. So, my brother's girlfriend starts distracting one of the girls. Oh, that perfume is ecstatic. What studies are you in? This and that, working under the assumption that I am not a bumbling goober and can handle a one on one conversation with the other girl. Rookie mistake. I absolutely could not handle that in any capacity. It was abysmal. I have no doubt I can say with confidence that it is the worst conversation she had ever been part of, and probably to this day is still the worst conversation she has ever been a part of. With each sentence that I diarrhea out, I could feel it getting more and more uncomfortable for the both of us. So, do you like alcohol? I mean, it's good beverage and envelope adhesives. How do they keep those damn things together? Some strong shit. Oh, some nice shoes. I like shoes. I wear shoes sometimes too. I don't wear shoes when I sleep. Do I take off shoes when I sleep? I'm not weird. I take
It
the
was
shoes off.
miserable.
And this continues for about 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know how she resisted the urge to just puke in my face, but she just let me keep going. I'm just over here hooting and hollering about aliens actually existing and that Elon Musk is actually a huge ass reptile or some shit. And then eventually she gets so bored and I'm confused because I'm having a conversation with myself in my head and I'm having one with her. So by the end of it, I didn't even know if I was talking to myself or talking to her. It was just a weird situation altogether. But she gets so bored and she puts the kibosh on the situation. She says, "Look, I've been having a shitty week and I just want to go home with a guy tonight, okay?" Then she puts her hand on my hand and then I looked her in the eyes. We locked eyes for a minute and I said to her, "Well, you're going to have to hurry up because the bar is clearing out. I wish you the best of luck finding a guy. But if you don't find one, I'll eat your pussy while death fingering your ass for a little bit if you want." That is verbatim what I said to her in response to that. I could never forget those words. They are burnt into my brain. The second those fucking escaped my mouth, I became sober. I was inebriated going into it. I said that, and then I could have flown a plane at that point. I could feel my asshole pucker. My anus was becoming the universe. I was like every cell in my body was being bludgeoned by a fucking cactus. For me, this was proof that whatever higher power or creator exists, they truly don't care about this world. Because if they did, they would have sent a wild ice cream truck to take me out right then and there. And then the look on her face. I will never forget it. It was a look of pure shock, confusion, and anger. Every emotion a human is capable of feeling. She felt in that moment. And then she pretended to get a phone call, so she had an excuse to leave. That makes her a good person in my book because what she should have done is say, "Hey, get the fuck away from me, you creepy homunculus," or something to that effect. Because that's what I deserved. She was nice enough to actually make it seem like she just had something else to do instead of just telling me to fuck off, which she absolutely had a right to do because she had just put up with my ranting and raving for 20 minutes. And then I basically just rejected her to her face with my last little humdinger there. So to me, that woman is a hero. Now, to make matters even worse, though my brother's girlfriend and the girl's friend heard what I said, it's like the music in the bar just cut out and everyone stopped talking right before I uttered those words. But luckily, she never mentioned it because I'm assuming she erased it from her memory immediately after, so that so that way she would spare her mind the anguish of trying to comprehend what the fuck I was thinking when I said that. But yeah, that's the story. It was by far the most uncomfortable situation I had ever been a part of and created. I mean, I did both. I was both the participant and the orchestrator. So it was weird, but yeah, that's the story. That's about it. Bye.